Hello everybody, welcome to the Garlet's High Performance Garage channel. Got a C10 update for you. Boy is it ever a fucking big one. Jesus Christ. Whew. It's a humid, sticky bitch again. It was really hot today. Got a hair in my throat. And yeah, it's one of my own. Wish it was somebody else's, if you know what I mean. Anyway, I put the headers on this thing today. And boy, what a fiasco that was. I thought I had all those manifold bolts loose, which that wasn't really the problem. The heat shields were the problem. I had a hell of a time getting the rest of the heat shields off to get to other things. And the one header pipe rubs the lower control arm on the driver's side. I took it back off, caved the fucking tubes in that was rubbing on it. And the one tube is still rubbing it. Don't know how or why, but it is. So, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. Maybe Uncle Big Block will have a fucking idea when I go to take it up to put exhaust on it here and whenever he's ready for it. They look pretty good on there, but the grease ball in between them doesn't look so fucking hot. It sounds fucking badass. It sounds like a fucking derby car is what it sounds like. It sounds like a straight piped fucking derby car. And I thought it was, I didn't think it was going to be this loud. So I've never had a 305 this fucking loud. I built one time and bored it 30 over and had poured and polished heads on it, flat top pistons. It had 10-to-1 compression, and it still didn't sound like this fucking thing does. And I had a little bit of a cam in that other 305, but this one here just has the factory cam that I know of. It still needs an oil change yet. I had problems everywhere from wiring in the road. I had one wire that goes down to a sensor on the side of the block. I'm not sure what the fuck it's for, because I found the oil sending unit. I found the volts, the wires for the voltage gauge, and I found the temperature sensor, which is right on the head on the driver's side, right in between 1 and 3 cylinders on the head. I just couldn't really see that stuff with those old manifolds on there. But, yeah, I put them on, put the new gaskets on them. After I got 2 of the bolts started, it wasn't bad. But on the passenger side, I had troubles with the dipstick. The dipstick tube, I had to bend and finagle that thing around. The dipstick's real hard going in there now, because I had to bend it around to get the damn header on, so it's kind of fucked up. So I guess we'll work with it. I did get the dipstick back down in it all the way, so hopefully I don't have to mess with it no more. And plus the truck almost fell off the lift down here. It was really weird. I had it up, I had it secure. I brought it down like 3 or 4 times, because I had to go underneath. I had to feed the headers. Well, I had to feed the header on the driver's side up from the bottom, because it's the only way it would go on. And then the passenger side header I took right down from the top. Went right down through past the header, and then, just had to bend the dipstick around to get it down in there. And it was a challenge getting it there. And then I had to bend my fuel lines. The one tube was into the fuel lines, wouldn't let it go up against the block, but then mainly the dipstick was the problem, keeping it from mating up with the head correctly. But I did get it, and then it was finagling myself around there to get the bolts in it. Because there's a trick to getting you got to start them bolts. You can't tighten them all down. You can't tighten one down completely tight. You got to kind of stick them all in there and get them started, and then just kind of gradually run them each of them in until you get them all in there. and then you got to torque them down. You got to let the thing warm up a little bit, and then you got to retorque them later, and because if not, they'll be leaking and all that other bullshit. So, well, let's have a look at it. Have a look here. So here we go. They're on here. Wish I got a goddamn plug wire touching a fucking header tube. That's fucking great. What else we got here? I got, well, number one, I had to finagle around number 3. But number 3 is stuck down onto the fucking on the header. I have to fuck with that. On this side here, it's pretty warm right there. Got this one on over here. It wasn't real bad, but enough to make me raise hell. So, but you can see that none of them are touching, knock on fucking wood, the headers. So we'll fire it up here. It's pretty fucking loud, very loud. Okay, here we go, firing the hole. Sounds like I have a leak though. Yeah, I have a leak. I thought I heard one. Oh, baby. Ooh, baby. Well, if I have to, I'll change the goddamn gasket on this side. Saw a real good set on Evil Bay. These are hooker headers, and still got stickers. But yeah, these are hookers, and get all my shit out of here. So I am exhausted from the heat, not necessarily the work. So, but anyway, there you go. Left those in there. Well, anyway, So I got a squealing belt there again. I'm going to have to torque on that puppy. I'll torque on her and get her straightened up. I might just put another belt on the damn thing. It is an old alternator belt. It's the one that was on it when I bought it, the truck. So, yeah. I think the power steering one is the one that was on it too. But anyhow, these headers are 67 to 87 is what they're supposed to fit a Chevy truck. Now, I can tell you that you have to do some finagling, and you have to do some other shit to it, you know, pounding the fucking tubes in and stuff like that. And if you watch Engine Masters with Freiberger and all them, you'll know that you can still pound dents in them. They beat the fuck out of us at one time, put her on a small block and ran it, and it didn't change the horsepower numbers. So, if that's what you're worried about, don't be, because it's going to work just the same. And we're still having troubles on the mercury front. I have a mist that appears. The car runs perfectly fine. Then if you're sitting at a red light somewhere while it's idling in gear, then all of a sudden it gets a dead miss and starts running horribly. Because there's two cylinders, number 1 and number 8, keep misfiring. I put coil packs on, I changed them around. I changed the plugs in them cylinders, and it's still the same. Does not change. I cleaned up ground wires. Still doesn't. So I'm going to put a fuel filter and an air filter on it. Change oil. And see what happens there. I don't think it's going to clear up. I think it's in the computer system. And if you ain't got a check engine light on all the time, you can't read the fucking code off of it. So, yeah. So that's what's going on with this piece of fucking garbage right here. I've just about had enough of that fucking car. I'm about ready to say fuck it and get rid of that rotten bastard. So I'm getting tired of laying under it and wrenching on it. First I had that flat tire 2 mornings in a row. Because some kids working at the tire shop don't know how to clean the rims up when they change tires. So I had to resort to going back twice. And fix a flat does work, by the way. Yes, it does. I got a mess here again. It's my plug changing fiasco. There's the Chevelle, and knock on wood, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with my truck for now. So, put this sticker on my toolbox somewhere. Either on that one or that one. That don't have a lot of stickers. I'm going to put it on that one over there. But anyhow, everybody, like, share, comment, subscribe, all that bullshit. If the weather cooperates a little bit, I'll probably go to a car show over here in Myersdale Sunday. But if it's really sticky, hot, disgusting, I'm not going. I can't put up with that intense fucking heat. I'm just not up for that. But if it's like 70 degrees or 75 or maybe even 80 with low humidity, I will go. But I don't know what the weather is for that day. Don't have any idea. So we'll see what the fuck happens. So everybody, have a good, happy fucking Independence weekend. I was I had to work on the 4th because it was on a Thursday, and we all had Friday off, which is today. That off, and maybe there'll be another burnout. Perhaps. It depends. We'll see. See y'all on the next one.